wandered up to the municipal markets in central Suva. It's a large fruit and vegetable market predominantly. All sorts of fruits and vegetables. A lot of root crops being sold. Yeah, so we were really struck in the vegetable market by how beautifully balanced and stacked so many of the fruit and veg, like they're just things would be put on a plate. Coconuts balanced, but then root crops all balanced perfectly. Even limes and things being stacked on quite high. So we're not quite sure how that's done. What the trick is, whether they're using little toothpicks or something like that. But it seems like it's all just placed on. Yeah, I know for me it would take an impossibly long time to try and balance these vegetables, but all of the vendors were doing it and doing it in an incredibly neat and balanced way, so that was quite impressive. The market, they sell Kava there. They sell Kava both as the root, which is it's got it's a ground crop. Obviously, it's got it's sort of viney and long in nature with a bulb, but they also sell the prepared powder. So given we don't have really any experience in preparing this stuff, we got some of the powder. Initially the vendor thought that we were buying the root itself, but yeah, decided to buy some of the prepared stuff. And we also wanted to try the Kava. So in Suva there's quite a number of Kava bars that you can visit. One thing that you can encounter in Suva, we read, was that particularly in one area of the city, you can have locals approach you. Basically the idea is they get you to participate in a Kava ceremony, and then there's then they'll bring out highly priced sort of souvenir type wares and put a lot of pressure on you to buy a whole bunch of this stuff because it's culturally, there's a cultural obligation. You've participated in the ceremony, okay, well now you're expected to repay the tribe or whatever. So we did get a couple of people approaching us with this sort of thing, say, oh, come back, and here you go, oh, can I give you this little thing, why don't you come with... I was quite probably a good mark for this type of stuff, because I was quite keen to try some Kava, and I was wanting to have a chat, but Jenny eventually sort of said, no, come on, we're going, and dragged me off, so we avoided that one thanks to her being a little bit more wise to it than me. So we then made our way up to Albert Park. Albert Park is a big public park just up from central Suva. I'd actually been chatting to the taxi driver that brought us to Suva on the way, just asking about sport and what type of league sport and things was people participated in Suva, and given that there's a lot of people of Indian background in Suva, I wondered about cricket. Obviously cricket hugely popular in the subcontinent. And the taxi driver said, there's a little bit of cricket, but even Indian people in Fiji tend to be really keen on rugby. So I was a bit surprised to find at the park there was a big organised cricket game going on. Everyone had uniforms that looked like this was definitely some sort of a league, so semi-professional thing happening. Nice matching uniforms, and quite a lot of people watching, umpires, and so that was interesting. So clearly there's some cricket that happens in Fiji. We'd read there's a museum, a Fiji museum is in Suva. We'd read that it might be closed for renovations, but we thought we'd see if we could see this with our own eyes, and indeed it was closed down. The Grand Hotel, that's right.
Grand Pacific Hotel.
Grand Pacific Hotel, pardon me. sits right on the water, and yeah, we didn't stay there, but we thought we'd try and have a bit of a look at the lobby, and walked in, and yeah, a very pretty, well kept, well maintained building with a big courtyard and pool, and then looking out over the bay. So we thought we're pretty warm after having walked all through Suva on a hot day. Thought we'd quickly grab ourselves a drink to cool down, and then before heading on our way. So
There's a QR code for you to scan, which brings a menu up on your phone.
mm-hmm.
And then we selected a couple of cocktails.
Yeah.
And then we placed the order with a member of the staff there.
So we're certainly well aware by this stage of the trip that Fiji time is a real thing, and you can have some delays with service and whatnot, and it's part of the relaxing vibe. Generally you're over here for a holiday, so yeah, it's not too much of an issue, but yeah, this was probably the most extreme example of Fiji time, where we're sitting there for like half an hour waiting for our drink, and okay, no drink coming, and so I sort of wander up to the bar. Oh, excuse me, we ordered a drink about half an hour ago. Just, we do have to get going fairly soon. Wondering where the drink is. Oh, yes, the drinks are on their way. Yeah, don't you worry about that. So go outside again. 15 minutes go by, and still no drink. Meanwhile, there had been other people come in and were being served, and so we're
That's the most annoying thing, when you see people sit down after you, and then they've got their drinks, and then you're like thinking, where's mine?
So a pretty extreme Fiji time at play, and then eventually seemed to be kind of a manager or something approached us. Seeing that we'd been sitting there for some time. Oh, well, can I get you a drink? Or something. Oh, well, we did order a drink 50 minutes ago. Still don't have it yet. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. And so finally, not too long after that, I got my drink. Jenny's still waiting for her drink, and okay, at least it's nice. Yes, that's very good, and beautiful courtyard. And then eventually, when we were about to give up, a waiter came out holding Jenny's drink. Oh, great, fantastic! And then walked right past us through the courtyard, everywhere, wandering around, looking not knowing where we were for the drink, I suppose. So. Yeah, that was a bit of a
and I'm waving it.
Can I have my drink now? So, yeah, an hour long, a very pleasant sit in the courtyard. Nothing to really complain about too much, but yeah, we definitely wouldn't be recommending that venue for its snappy drink service. That's for sure. After having our refreshing drink, we walked back into the city. Our flight we had to catch. We were getting met by a taxi at 4 at the Quest Hotel. Oh, and worth mentioning as well, the Quest Hotel allowed us a late checkout of 4, which was I don't think I've ever had a late checkout so late before. So that was quite good. So we were able to still use our room for basically the whole of the second day. So we went up and packed our bags, got that all ready, and then as I mentioned, we wanted to try some Kava. So we just noticed that just next door to the Quest there was a little a restaurant and Kava bar. So went and ordered a meal. What did we get? We had it was like a chicken chop suey.
Yeah.
And
the fish miti.
Yeah, fish miti, which is like a creamy coconut dish, and it came with this really delicious pieces of sort of like crispy potato chip like taro that had been prepared delicious kind of lime and salt and stuff on it. Really delicious. So both those dishes were really good. And we were also able to get some kava to try. So one of the staff members came out, prepared the kava by putting it in like a canvas bag, washing the powder, putting it into a big bowl, and then serving it up to us.
It was gigantic though, this bowl kava.
Yeah.
There was no way that between the two of us that we were ever going to finish this.
Oh God, no,
It would be enough for like a whole party of people.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Hola, welcome to Fiji. So I'm going to take you this to my beautiful guest.
Naka. Should I drink it all or? Yeah. Maybe drink a little bit at first and see. So it's got like it's got a slightly bitter, kind of earthy flavour. Tastes fine. Yeah. Kava drinking out of that big bowl. Not being experienced with kava and having a plane to catch, we didn't want to go crazy, so we thought we'd just try a few sips of it. And yeah, it's really nice. It gives you a bit of a numb sensation on the lips and tongue, and then like a very relaxed, sort of slightly, I suppose, euphoric type feeling.